So in the Russian helicopter tree, you have two helicopters. You have the Mi-28N and you have the Mi-8AMTSH-VN. Both are at 11.0, but two capable, two strong helicopters, but one is clearly much better than the other. So if you are considering researching one or the other and thinking which one should I go for, this one or this one, there's a clear choice in my opinion. I mean, both helicopters look really cool. If you look at the tech tree here, they both look on the same BR there. They're at 11.0. To get this one, you need to go the Mi-8 tree line, right? So you gotta start at 8.3, go down to 9.7, all the way to 11. But if you want the Mi-28, you have to go all this way. You have to research all of these helicopters in order to get it. So clearly one has a lot longer grind fest. You're gonna have to work through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 helicopters before you can actually use it. So which one is better? Which one is worth going for? If you look at the tree line, obviously this one is much faster to get, whereas Mi-28 is going to take quite some time for you to obtain. But I will say that this helicopter, Mi-28N, is a much better helicopter than this boy right here, the Mi-8. I've already posted one video. I'm going to make another one, just because I've had some fun games with this. I really enjoy this helicopter. So it's a cool looking machine. It's kind of funky. The Mi-8, similar to the 9.7, but a lot more fierce looking at 11.0, right? A little bit more modernized. Has a different loadout. Obviously, it's a different machine altogether. But one is much better. So this one is a much better helicopter. So if you don't really mind the grind, which I'm sure a lot of people do, but if you can get this or the other, I would say go for this one 100%. And the simple truth is, one, that this helicopter performs much better as an attack helicopter versus this one. This one is just too bulky, too heavy, doesn't respond to movement as fast as I would like it to, whereas this one is much more agile. If a missile's coming your way, if there's a threat, danger coming your way, you can much quicker, you can move much quicker to safety, hide behind a building or a hill, and then get out of danger zone. But the second issue is the loadouts. So with the most advanced ones, you can see right here, for example, you get 8 missiles on one side. These are Ataka missiles. So similar as the Mi-8, the ATGM is the same for both. So there's no difference at all. You can bring in a second set of 8, so you have a total of 16 missiles. Okay? And in the middle you can take regular rocket pods, or you can take the regular rocket pod, or you can take the S-13s, which are fantastic. Very strong, very powerful missiles. You just need one good shot on a tank to land, and that target is destroyed. It's guaranteed to be dead. It's a 10 kilogram TNT. Plenty of TNT to go through the tank, so. And then you have this loadout here, which gives you 4 Igla missiles, air-to-air. So you have 8 plus 4 plus a couple rocket pods, right? So you have that kind of choice. If you compare that to Mi-8, this one right here, this is the most advanced loadout that you can get. Well, I shouldn't say that. I can add a couple of bombs. So there's an issue with this helicopter. I'm gonna speak on it right now. That you see there's a third pylon, but the only thing you can attach to it is bombs. Like that. So you can see there's bombs. If you go to create it, let's say you go with the takas on the sides, and then right down the middle you've got firebomb, and then 500 kilogram bombs, rocket pod, and cannons. Cannons are good against jets, but they're stationary, they don't move around, so you have to really move your whole body to get a good shot. So I never really use cannons, so I always go for rocket pods. And then the third one right there, what's your choice? 250 kilogram bomb. If you ever played helicopters, bombs are absolutely useless, especially at 11.0. Like, you are never gonna do anything. You can only take bombs as an early rush at the very beginning of the map, of the match. You can try to go around and bomb a couple of people, but it's very, very difficult. I don't think I've ever gotten a bomb kill, and I never really used them at all. So let's say that's your loadout. And then again, down the middle, you can bring more bombs or rockets. And then at the end, you can bring the Verba AA missile. So this is your best loadout right here. So you get only 4 ATGMs comparing to 8 that Mi-28 can bring. Then you get 4 AA missiles, similar to Mi-28. Your AA missile is better. Verba missile is better than Igla, but you only get 4 of them. So you get only 4 and 4. Now, for an 11.0 helicopter that only can bring 4 missiles, or you have a choice of just missiles on their own, 4 on each side, so you get a total of 8, which is the grand total of Mi-28 on one side. And then you get no AA missiles. And then this middle pot basically stays empty. You could attach bombs to it if you want, but then you're just carrying bombs that you're never going to use. And then if you get shot, you're going to get destroyed by your own bombs. So it's pointless taking them into battle. So you have a helicopter essentially who can't be fully equipped. And if you compare that to the 9.7, look at the difference. This is a 9.7 Mi-8. Do you notice something? You can bring a rocket pod on this closest pylon. Then you get 4 missiles, AA missiles. You get another 4 missiles on this side, and you get 4 and 4. So you have 8 ATGMs and 8 AA missiles, plus the rocket pods. No bombs. You go to 11, and you're missing it. So you have less ATGMs. You have to choose whether you want to bring in AA missile or an ATGM if you want to have extra. So you can choose one or the other, 8 ATGMs or 4 plus 4 with the rocket pods, with one completely empty. Very bad. Very, very bad. I think this is, I don't know if this is a design that of the actual helicopter in real life, that it actually could never bring additional rocket pods or missiles in there. I don't think so. It doesn't really make sense to me. I think there's enough room to fit in pretty much any of that stuff. But that's the problem. So between these two helicopters, definitely Mi-28 takes the cake. And one thing you don't want to forget is that this helicopter has the best gun of all helicopters in the game. Even better than the 12.0 Ka-52. Ka-52 has a stationary gun on the side. It's not in the front. So you can only shoot targets from your right side over. And it doesn't have a full swing. It can turn slightly outwards and upwards, but it's not 380-degree angle. With Mi-28N, you can see the gun is in the front, and it can rotate all the way across, all the way down. So it's very useful, especially against jets. If a jet is coming at you, they're gonna get it, right? Especially if you're ready for them. This gun is your jet protection. If you really want to take this thing early rushing, this gun is your best friend. It's super effective, very strong. So, comparing again two helicopters, what guns do you have? Look at this. These pathetic little things on the side. Absolutely useless. You essentially have no guns. Very restricted, very limited loadout options. Very heavy. Hard to maneuver away from threats and danger. Very mobile. Has gun in addition to everything else it can carry. Very effective against jets or even helicopters in close combat. You can rush with it if you want. Has more options for more weapons. And has essentially the same lift as the big guy. So, as fun as this helicopter is, I enjoyed playing it. I enjoy bringing helicopters to games that nobody ever plays. But between these two, absolute winner. Mi-28N can do a lot more work, much more effective in every way between the Mi-8. So there's the verdict. There's the verdict. So Mi-28 is a much better helicopter if you can get it, but it is going to be a very long grind. Anyways, two helicopters at the same rank, one very clear winner, Mi-28N. We'll have to talk about another helicopter next time, but that's been my experience. It's been a very good helicopter, very effective, very good. All right, that's the video for today. I'll see you next time.